Hello, welcome to my channel. Today is Friday and it's a freestyle Friday. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Today is a story time day. Yes, I have never done story time in my life. Like, I had wanted to do this story time long ago, and finally I'm about to do it. I hope you guys enjoy it. I know that I'm not a good storyteller. I know, but you guys bear with me. Okay, let me know if you enjoyed the story time so I can do it more often. Okay, so yeah, without wasting much time, let's get straight into the video. So today's story time, it's about my most embarrassing moment. Okay, and that one, it was in senior high school. Okay, let me give you guys a backstory a little bit. Okay, so I went to St. Louis Senior High School. Yes, love says St. Louis is in Kumasi, Ojum area. If you guys are in Kumasi, you know where St. Louis is. Yes, so I think when I was in my second year, okay, let me tell you guys a bit about myself so that you will understand this whole story. Okay, I'm the type that, if you know me very well, you know that I'm an introvert. Well, now I consider myself as an ambivert, because I think I am not really an introvert, but then I'm not the outgoing type too. Okay, I don't want trouble. I always want to be in my corner, do the good things, do all the amazing things, because I don't like it when people talk bad about me, or I don't like it when people are just not happy with me. So let me basically say, I love to obey rules and regulation. I'm not the bad guy or bad girl, sorry, type. Okay, so when I was in school, I didn't because I didn't do all those bad things. No, I don't want to be punished and all that. So when I went to St. Louis in my first year, I was a day student. I think I was a day student till I got to second year, I think so. Or I got to maybe, I think I was a day student till after my first year, year one, and I went to the boarding house in second year. I can't remember, or either third term, first year, third term. Yeah, I can't really remember. So when I got to the boarding house, you know me, I was a good girl and I didn't want trouble and all that. Guys, I was part of the choir and all that. Okay, usually the choir, we sing. Obviously, who doesn't know the choir sings? What am I even saying? Yes, the choir we sing. So I think it was one day we were supposed to clean the chapel. Okay, St. Louis Chapel, a very nice chapel. Guys, if you've been to St. Louis before, you know that our school is very beautiful and the chapel is amazing. So I think we were about to have a program, and the choristers, we were a lot. We were asked to, clean the chapel and make sure everywhere is clean and all that. So me, I was the chorister, so it wasn't something. Yeah, I really wanted to do it, so I was like, okay, why not? We will do it. So when we're doing it, guys, the convent. Okay, if you don't know, a convent is where like the Roman sisters and also the fathers, they stay, like the building. I wouldn't say it's a bungalow, because a bungalow is where the teachers usually are. So the convent, the Roman sisters and everybody, they are there. Okay, so by the way, if you don't know, my school is a Catholic school. So yeah, usually we have the Roman sisters and the fathers around. So yeah, let me not deviate. So it was time to, clean the chapel for the program and all that. And you know, as a fresher in the boarding house, there were certain rules I didn't know about. Okay, yes, I know that in most schools, going to the teacher's bungalow or to the convent is prohibited. But I think on the day that we were supposed to, clean the chapel, I think there was a Roman sister around, and I think I can't really remember. Yeah, our leader told us we wanted to go to where our dormitories were to, fetch water from there, but then it was far from the chapel. It's really far from the chapel. Okay, so I think our choir leader went there to ask us. So me, I didn't know when she was asking. It was after that I got to know about it, that she has gone there to ask for permission, and that they said we can come and fetch water from the poly tank and then clean the chapel, since the poly tank was actually behind the chapel. So me, I didn't know. I just knew that, oh, they said, oh, we can go and fetch water there and all that. And we all know that secondary school, to get water to bath in the boarding house, because we are a lot, like it's sometimes difficult. You can wake up early, let's say about 6, that you're going to fetch water. By the time it will get to your turn to fetch water, it would probably be about after an hour or so. So me, I was like, oh wow, so they've actually given us the opportunity to go and fetch water behind the chapel, okay, to clean the chapel, meaning we can actually go there and fetch water and use them for our daily stuff. Okay, I didn't know that it was even prohibited. Well, that's not the case. Okay, so fast forward, we were able to fetch the water there to go and clean. Guys, you understand what I'm saying? I told you guys that I'm not a good storyteller. I know I'm all over the place, but you just follow me, you get what I'm trying to say. Okay, I hope you guys understand from where we've gotten to. So we fetched the water and then we cleaned the chapel. Everything was just on point. So the next day we were supposed to go and fetch water. Okay, it was my friend and I. We were like, we wanted to fetch water to go and bath. Okay, and like I said, secondary school, it's usually difficult to get water sometimes, and you have to join a long queue before you get water to bath or do whatever you want to do with it. So I was there the morning I needed some water. So my friend, her name is Jovila, if she's watching, she will remember this story. So she was like, hey Charlie, a lot of people are around the tap area, and we wanted to go to class early. Okay, so like we had an early morning class that day. And usually, as we all know that in secondary school, even though that time we had those going for 4 years there, so even though we were not in our first year, we were in our second year, we were still like juniors, that kind of thing. Yes, so she was like, because if you go and meet a Form 4 student, a Form 3 student, or a Form 2 student there, definitely the seniors will not allow you to fetch water. They will want to fetch water before you fetch your water, even though you think you are in second year, you are a senior, but still you have senior. Yes, okay. So you have to wait for your turn before you fetch water. So my friend came and she was like, I told her to join the queue before me. So when she came, she was like, a lot of people are there, we cannot fetch our water. I was like, okay, no problem. So she was like, no, she didn't say that. I said it. I was like, I remember yesterday when we cleaned the chapel. Look at my naive self. We fetched water behind the chapel. Okay, that one cry. It's not even inside the convent, so it's not in. The polytank was outside, like it was behind the chapel. Okay, and I think there was a gate that closes that place or something. I can't really remember. So I was like, yesterday we even went behind the chapel to fetch water to clean the chapel. So I think instead of wasting our time here, why don't we go there to go and fetch? Me, I had good intentions. I wasn't going there to do anything bad. Apparently let me not run ahead myself, okay, because I've not told you what happened. So I was like, okay, so I gathered my friends. No, actually, we were just 2. The others were like, it was almost their turn, so you'll just be here. Because mind you, I told you from the dormitory to the chapel was quite far. So my friend and I were like, okay, let's go and fetch the water behind the chapel. So we went there. It was at dawn. Students, we have to wake up at dawn to go and fetch the water around 5. So while we were fetching it, we heard somebody saying, hey, what are you guys doing here? So me, my naive self, I was like, oh, I didn't have any bad intention, because I was trying to explain to her that, oh, we came here to fetch water. Even yesterday, some of us were here to fetch water to clean the chapel and all that. If I had known I should have run with my friend, but I didn't know that. I thought, oh, she would understand. Not knowing she wasn't going to understand. She said some of the seniors, she said, always come to their place and they go to toilet there, they bath there, they just make the place horrible. So she thought that she has gotten a scapegoat. Okay, so we were trying to explain to her that no, this is actually like our first time coming there to fetch the water. And she was like, no, 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 that we are the ones always coming there to make the place horrible and all that. We were like, I was trying to even explain to her, oh, guys. She said no. She wouldn't even listen to our explanation. Guys, imagine me. I was trying to be like the good girl, trying to explain to her that no, this is actually our first time. We came here to fetch water because of the long queue and all that, and we had an early morning class. Guess what happened, guys? The woman locked us in her room until it was time for assembly. I think usually we have assembly by 8, or is it 7? It's either 7 or 8. Okay, she locked us in her room till assembly time. Okay, and it means we didn't take our bath and all that. We just woke up. Imagine you just woke up and you are in your house. We were in our check. We usually wear check in our school. So she locked us in their room until it's assembly time, and she reported us to our house mistresses that they've caught the girls who always come there to go to toilet anyhow. You know, students, we can be some way. I'm sure some of the seniors or maybe people who just wanted to cause trouble usually do that, but it wasn't us. So I was trying to explain to this woman that no, we didn't do that. The woman said no, we did it, and she even like said she has been seeing us. It's the same. What she said that I didn't really understand. What she was like, yes, it is us, because she remembers very well. We are the same people who always. I'm like, you've never seen me before. She was like, yes, she has seen us before. We are, I think, what's her name? She's called Sister something. I think it starts with an L or so. I can't really remember her name. She said, we are the same people who always come there and do that. She was still lying, and she reported us to our house mistress. Guys, guess what? A quiet girl like me who doesn't want trouble. It was then assembly time, and our house mistress brought us in front of the whole school just to embarrass us. Like, we tried to explain, they never listened. And our house mistress too, they were very, very strict, guys. Imagine, then I was, you know, when you don't know a lot of people, you've been to the boarding house fresh, you know, and you are even shy of your seniors and all that, and like you're a quiet type, and then they'll bring you guys in front of everybody during assembly to embarrass you, and it looked as though we were notorious or we were bad people and all that. Like, it was really sad. Now I can look back and laugh that it was nothing, but then it was a big deal for me then. She reported us to the house mistress. They brought us to the assembly. They embarrassed us and all that, and they said they are using us as a scapegoat. If anybody dares go to the convent again, the person will be punished severely. We thank God that they didn't even they didn't give us suspension or anything, but they asked us to weed. Like, they gave us a large plot of land to weed. Or we all know secondary school punishment, either they give you suspension or they ask you to read and all that. I remember when they asked us to read, I think we used like 3 days to read. We didn't even go to class. They were like, we shouldn't go to class. We should make sure we read everything before we go to class. Imagine me that I didn't want people to get to know me. I think I became popular because of that, my friend and I. But then people understood it, that we didn't even do that. Okay, but some people also didn't believe it. I remember when they gave us the punishment that we should be, like, I was crying. I went to the phone booth to call my parents to tell them about it. They were really, really worried, and I think they came to the school also. Yeah, it was really a sad day for me. But then, hey, I look back and now I think it's normal. It's not a big deal. But then I felt that the Roman sister, she lied against us. That was my most, like, I wasn't happy. Okay, at least I thought she would be calm and listen to our explanation rather than lying and saying that we are the ones who always come there to do all those terrible things. But you should have at least listened to my explanation and be like, okay, you've heard, but no matter what, you punish me so that it will deter other students from coming there. That way I will understand, rather than saying, no, we are the ones that always come there, and you didn't even listen to my explanation. And then you asked the the house mistresses to punish us. Like, it was a terrible experience. But now I look back and I think it is one of those things that happen in senior high school. So yeah, that is the most embarrassing moments for me, like in senior high school. Up to date, I still remember, because I wasn't expecting the sister to lie like that. Okay, but anyways, it's nothing. We move. So guys, basically that's the story. I know I was all over the place. I'm not a good storyteller, okay, but then I'm trying. So like I said, I am a slumster. So if you're watching me, let me know your school, okay, the school you went to, okay. Let me know whether you went to Yasantua, St. Louis, St. Monica's, the Americans. Let me know the school you went to, okay. Okay, so guys, like I was saying, when they asked us to read, when they punished us to read, okay, most of the students came there. I'm sure some seniors came to the field where we were reading, and you were like, yeah, they know, say it's not us, because I know most of them knew it was the seniors that were doing that, and we explained everything to them. They were like, I shouldn't have waited to explain things to you. I should have run. And I was like, no, as a good girl, I wanted to explain. They were like, hey, me like meant to be actually with people. Like, instead of writing, I was there trying to, and I was like in my head, I think maybe I was naive. I didn't know. I thought maybe she would calm down and listen to us, but not knowing she wanted to like use somebody as a scapegoat, and unfortunately she used us. Like, they come to think of it, I should have run that day. I shouldn't have waited to be like I wanted to explain to them and all that. Trust me, it wasn't necessary. Yeah, sometimes I saw them I didn't really do it. Seriously, I should have run. But anyway, it's nothing. It's part of the SHS memories and all that. So yeah, it wasn't bad after all, even though I felt bad at that moment. But now, it doesn't even count. Who even remembers? Most people don't even remember. So yeah, we move. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in my next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. See you. Bye.